We actually got into national news for that. I looked up in some...
We did?
Yeah, some columnist from
Oh,
Britain.
yeah, he came and it was like...
It was a chick. It was totally a chick.
Yeah.
And she's kind of a total cynic about the politics aspect of it, but my friend said he did see a group of teenagers with a sign and chanting Jesus is our gay best friend, and I think that's the best thing that happened at the DNC. I was like, wow.
We got in the news.
Woo.
That's excellent. Why was it so important for you for Obama to be elected president?
No, because A, the other candidate was incompetent. B, because Barack Obama can actually do something about the mess that our world is in.
And it leaves for much, much bigger change, too.
Yeah, much bigger change, and also we got, like, props. And I know that everyone brings this up, the whole African-American thing. That actually bugs me, how people bring it up, because, see, the thing is I don't even see that when I look at him. What I see is a competent president. I don't care what race he is, because racism...
I really don't see skin color at all.
I know,
ever.
exactly.
I forget
like,
what color I am. Like, oh, right, I'm darker than you, aren't I?
Who cares, you know? It's just... It's not something I even notice. To me, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter that it's a huge revolutionary thing. I mean, among other things, yeah, it's great. I mean, but it seems to be a lot bigger deal that we elected an African-American president to other people, like to older people, than it is to us, because we just don't even see that. We see a competent president who's confident and who can actually do stuff.
I know what your feelings are about George Bush being gone, but at the same time, the war in Iraq is still going on.
I'm hoping that he's going to have them out by around his deadline. You know, that would be cool. You know, I want him to fix what George Bush destroyed on our way out. I'd like to get the opportunity to issue a formal apology. I'd like to be in a political position to issue a formal apology to Iraq for killing so many of their innocent civilians, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Because that's douche. So.
Isn't it bizarre when you see in the headlines his current trip to Cairo and he's sort of being idolized by the outside world, and yet he's still overseeing a country that's deeply divided?
It means that the rest of the world is smarter and hasn't been poisoned by the Bush administration.
I see. Fair enough. Okay, let's get on to other stuff. Another major change in the past year would probably be Facebook.
Yeah, I had to be bullied into getting a Facebook.
But now?
I enjoy it, but I'm not on there all the time. I was when I first got it because I was like, ooh, shiny new thing. But now
What's this whole marriage relationship philosophy thing you've got going
I am
on?
her stepmother, and her mother-in-law, and her sister.
It's
yeah,
quite
we
quickly,
have like this
yeah.
twisted family tree thing
At school.
at school and with our friends. Where
That's crazy.
like
Yeah.
it's nuts, and like my wife and my mother, my ex-wife and my mother are the same person,
Uh-huh.
and we had a child who's my brother and my son. It's very redneck. It's very redneck.
It could be seen as somewhat confusing.
It is
It
confusing.
is.
So
You've had some boyfriends on Facebook too, I've noticed.
yeah.
So what's your general philosophy as a 16-year-old kid about relationships?
Oh
Boys
God.
are stupid.
Boys take them so seriously. You know, it used to be
Yeah.
in the good old days, it used to be that girls were the ones who took the relationship all super duper seriously and were like all over the guy, and the guy was like, oh God, get me out of this. Now it's exactly the opposite. You just want to have fun and like not be like tied down, and they're like, marry me. And it's like, I'm 16. F off.
I missed that much.
All right, let's bring it back closer to home. What's the situation on pets in this house?
We currently have a new puppy named Molly who's like totally sweet.
Yeah.
And she's...
What's it been like adjusting to a new pet after you had your
It's
favorite?
kind of weird. I find myself comparing her to Jack sometimes, but not really. You know, she's a different dog. You know, sometimes I'll be like, oh God, Jack was way better at this. But she's a baby, so of course she isn't as good at it yet. But it's fun, and it's been interesting training her.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to kick her in the butt 'cause she won't stop eating pens, but...
All right, major concerts, whatever, you know.
Okay,
what
so
have
let's see. This year so far, we've been to Tickle Me Pink, no doubt, and then we're going to Tickle Me Pink again next week.
Why do we like Tickle Me Pink so much?
Because they're awesome.
They're local.
They're local. They're
we've
like
actually-
really cool dudes.
We've got a
actually
chance
met
of
them.
becoming their best friends forever.
Are you
Yeah,
going to
they're
become
really-
rock and roll groupies?
Yes.
Only
No.
virgin style groupies.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't. Okay, I might have some
Maybe.
flexibility on that.
There you
It
go.
depends.
It
If
depends.
you edit that part out, no. So, no, they're like really cool guys, and like, you know, if you hang out for long enough, you can actually like talk to them backstage and stuff, and they're just total sweethearts and
And they'll
goofballs and
hang out with
retards,
you.
and they're awesome.
Yeah. What about theater outings? We've had a few.
I'm going to Wicked this October.
Do you have any connections, Jamie, that maybe you could go and see that yourself too?
I might not. I don't know. You know, I have seen it like 3 times, 2 times.
Are you getting blasé about Wicked? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not that I'm getting blasé about it. It's just that it's like, it's, something that I'd like to do, but if it interferes with my concert schedule, well, the concerts came first, so.
Seems like we had a longer
my favorite
list
food,
of
which
them.
is sushi.
Oh, favorite foods.
Sushi.
Yeah, I really like California rolls. I like sushi and I like chicken dumplings, but I can't have those anymore. So I became right, big milestone. We're vegetarians as of yesterday.
That's a milestone.
Pescatarians.
Pescatarians.
As of yesterday, let's clarify so we can check in next year and see how you're doing on this.
Yeah, as of yesterday.
How do you define this pescatarian thing?
Pescatarian
Yeah.
means that we eat everything that doesn't have fur and walks.
So if
You
it
eat-
So
swims,
basically,
it,
if
we're
it swims,
okay.
it's okay.
If it swims, it's okay.
So we can eat fish, but no red, white meat. If it walks on land
Or
and lives,
hops or
or
flies.
hops, or if it swims in the water and is not a fish, but is in fact a swimming mammal, then we will not eat it.
And why did you come to this conclusion?
Because I like furry animals and it's mean to eat them.
This will be news to me. Where do you want to go to college?
I want to go to actually Columbia College. It's an art school and it's in Chicago. Columbia College of Chicago. I just really like to live out of state for a couple years, and college is like the perfect time to do that.
Yeah. What would be your specialty?
Fashion design would be my
Okay.
major. I'd major in fashion design, minor in photography.
And let's talk about your parents for a bit. What's like the funnest thing you all did together as a family in this past year?
Like we don't got no cash. We don't got no
We
connections.
should go to the zoo soon.
We should go to the zoo. Oh yeah, and also my mom and I haven't had any time this year. What with the fact that Dad had a heart attack last year. Oh yeah, that's important. That's a milestone.
That's an important thing to talk
Because
about.
that happened after my birthday. I forgot that happened after my birthday last year, so it's not in any of the
After.
interviews. My dad had a heart attack, so we were kind of busy, changing our lives and our diets and everything around. And
So what was
So I
that
know.
like for you, knowing that your dad went through this very serious medical episode?
first it was traumatizing. Then I was PO'd at him for not letting us get a dog, even though he had a heart attack. I was kind of unsympathetic. I was like, just because you had a heart attack does not mean that you do not need a dog. You having a heart attack means that you do need a dog. And then I spent a long time kicking him in the shins, convincing that he needed a dog. A, because it would convince him to walk. B, because dogs are cute and furry and are a huge stress reliever. And so I kicked him until he got a dog, and then we got a dog. It was awesome.
And it sounds to you, so you got what you wanted.
Dad loves her, and I knew he would, and he was just being stubborn because he was like, oh god, no dog can ever be as good as Jack, but he wouldn't say that because he knew that I'd get mad at him for that. So it was for his own good.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much what I wanted, it was what I wanted for him.
Yeah. Thoughts about the future?
Thoughts about the future. It's going to kick face, and in my 4th year of college, I'm thinking about actually going to Ireland for a couple years after I graduate, but I might just go for a couple months. I'm not sure yet.
I want to go to Germany.
Why Ireland?
Because it is the homeland! No. Because it's like a place I've been dreaming of going to and building up in my head ever since I was a little girl. And it's just this dream I've like always had to go there because, I built it up so much, what with, the whole family being from there and, all the stuff that my mom has said about when she's gotten to go, and it's just, it's like, I want to go too! I have to have this life-changing experience that everyone's talking about all the time. And I think that the world will eventually be filled with equality and happiness and equal rights for everyone, no matter who they decide to sleep with. And because that's a huge issue for me.
It really is.
It's like, no,
It
that's not
affects,
okay.
like, not only you, but your friends, too, so...
It's a big issue for, like, 90% of my friends, and it's a big issue for me personally. Like, I can list, like, about 100 kids off the top of my head who I know who support gay marriage, and when we're old enough to vote, it's gonna change. And I just know that for a fact.
Any other final thoughts?
Whoever's watching this, go to YouTube, look up Power Thirst and Power Thirst 2, because they're the hilarious epic. Also, Power Thirst 2 says Redomination next to it.
I don't even know what the hell you just said.
Just
but
Power
okay.
Thirst. Power Thirst.
Isn't that Gatorade?
No.
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 No, it's better than Gatorade.
It's
Just go look
awesome.
it up. That is my closing statement. Power Thirst. I'm going to be the creator of Power Thirst. That is all.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Bye!
On the best side, go to your own. When you love them down and go. Running into us in the plastic bar, I'll be dancing with myself. So there's no one else inside. Roll around